Welcome to the downstairs.
Welcome.
We are here. Happy Halloween. It's not Halloween. It's like
Spooky
2 days
season.
after Halloween.
Yeah.
Spooky
Halloween
season
has come
still.
and gone.
But it's
Now it's give thanks season. It's family time.
you know what it is? It's motherfucking go to the goddamn store and buy all the clearance Halloween candy season.
Oh
I
yeah.
was just up at the Smiths, like just over there, and fucking on the first, Violet and I were like, let's just have a night in, watch some stuff. We'll get some chocolate. We'll get some fucking candy while it's cheap. We went to the Smiths on fucking 4th, and all of the candy was gone.
Damn.
That's me. Sorry.
But then I come down here, and it's, it's the 3rd or whatever the fuck now, and the Smiths right up there has just like 7 carts just side to side, all just packed full with those.
Bro. I'm about to fuck up some candy corn. I know that's a divisive topic. I really like candy corn.
I hate them shits.
Yeah, candy corn sucks, man.
They do.
Dude, there's a couple things I got from my dad who grew up in the end of the Great Depression, and one of them is fucking candy corn. And circus peanuts. You know those like
Bro, circus peanuts.
Fucking love it.
Circus peanuts are the biggest like traps I've like ever encountered as far as candy goes. Like I go through seasons of like, God, those things look so vile. Like I'd never want to fucking. They look like they would have the texture of like Play-Doh that springs back.
Right.
And I'm like, I would never. And then like, but maybe. And it never works out well.
I have a peanut allergy. So I'm turned off by the idea.
So are you aware they're not real?
I know, but I'm still turned off by the idea. I don't even want to
like,
fuck with that.
Yeah, it's like trauma.
All right, fair enough. If there was candy bees, I wouldn't use them. Not like those.
I'm just saying. Here's the thing, man. I had to work on Halloween. Which sucks. Also,
So did I.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Definitely not as much as you did, though.
Yeah. I worked through the whole Halloween. The whole day was gone. I also, that was the same exact day where my PBS Utah thing dropped.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a bone to pick with Lonzo Liggins. I got a bone to pick with you, Lonzo.
Damn it, Lonzo, if you're listening.
And it's not necessarily you personally, but you just have the funniest name over there. So I'm going to talk to you. You cut out all my shit, man. They cut all my shit out.
They cut all your jokes?
Like anything, I was trying to make the show a little funnier. Maybe not on purpose, but that's just how I am. There was a couple of quips. There's a couple of things that happened. There's actually a couple of conversations that I held that just didn't make it in the show. And a lot of Shan. It was a lot of Shan in that episode.
Yep.
Because they took a lot of what I had to say out. And that's kind of messed up.
Man.
I answered like 3 questions. But hey, listen, I appreciated the opportunity. I appreciated being on there, but a lot of stuff got cut.
I must tell you, I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet because I just got back from Moab in the middle of the night last night.
Okay.
Just haven't had the 30 minutes to sit down and dedicate to this thing.
Okay.
Have you seen it yet?
I've seen almost all of it.
Okay.
And you are right. It feels like you are just like there.
I had a lot to say.
And it kind of, I don't know Shan. And like the only bit that I got from like from her like career was kind of like the one clip that they slotted in. And that seems weird because side by side, one of those clips is funnier than the other one.
Right. I promise you, I had so much more to say. Okay. So there's little quips and stuff that I had in there that I thought would make it. Also, they told us to relax. They told us to be funny, be chill. There was one part in particular that I'm particularly upset about. And there was a question about bombing. He asked us, have you ever bombed? Has anybody ever experienced that? And I said, yeah. Oh, yeah, I bombed. Oh, it's rough too. Because especially if you bomb in the beginning, you got the whole set left. That's crazy. And then they go to Shan and she says, nope, Never bombed. Nope. There's been some times where people, give me a little ha-ha, like something small, but, or I start ranting about them and what they believe in or whatever. I don't know exactly what she said, but I don't consider them bombs. And then at that point, in real life, so when you're at a show and you I butt in and was like, let me tell you about this. When you're bombing, it really sucks because I start talking about what it's like to bomb because that's the question they asked.
Yeah.
She said she didn't do it. I've got stories. Let me talk now. And I proceeded to talk for like 3 or 4 minutes about bombing, and none of that just made it at all. None of it.
Bro, they did you a great not you. They did Shan a great disservice by putting that particular clip of her comedy on there because I personally felt like I was watching her bomb in slow motion. It wasn't bad, but if these aren't mini punchlines on the road to a bigger punchline later that just wasn't captured,
right? Then
you are bombing, right? This is it's like you're dead and you don't know it yet. You're on stage like a ghost.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch it now with this newfound content.
They cut pieces of my joke. They cut a piece of my joke out. They didn't want me to say, I don't want to say nigga to your grandpa.
I was waiting for that. I recognized that fucking clip and I was waiting for that.
That was they cut it.
God damn it.
They cut it right to I voted for Obama. So I was like, I understand that, and the joke still kind of makes sense, but it's just not that middle punch. I need that.
You need to activate his Jim Crow PTSD.
Yeah, I do.
You need that. That's the funniest part.
I have to do it.
Okay, so I promise, I pledge to you, sir, TJ, not to do you like that. I will not cut all the funny parts out of everything.
That's so crazy.
I'm glad, as the person who edits most of your stuff, I'm glad we have a relationship where I don't do you like that. Because that sounds shitty.
There was a part where Sharon was like, when I'm doing comedy, I like to try to include everybody. I want everybody to feel comfortable. I don't want them to think I'm talking about them. And then Lonzo Liggins says, yeah, TJ. And I was like, hey, because he was talking about the Thanksgiving joke. And I was like, hey, man, that's whatever. And then in real life, I said, are we going to have a problem, Lonzo? I really gave him one of those. Cut it right out of the show. Yeah. I was like, come on, man. I don't want to.
It's good. It's good because it means that you have another opportunity later to show more of yourself.
Dang, I'm just going to try to promote this podcast. Yeah. We got some episodes out. We can boost our numbers.
Yeah.
Damn,
you
man.
Do a tight 5 right now? You can, we can promote that.
Anybody got roaches?
Dude, that sucks, man. And I do know that feeling really, really well. And it sucks.
Oh, man.
Fucking sucks.
Being heavily edited.
They use the worst take. All the good takes are gone.
But being heavily edited in an interview, though.
Yeah, where you are there to be there.
That's not everything I said.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what I said, but I remember saying more. Damn.
I wonder if people who watch this will be like, wow, that TJ, he's kind of quiet. Maybe I'll go look for his channel. Maybe he has more to say on this divisive topic.
And I had some
new people.
They cut off my responses sometimes. I know, there was a few times where, I would say something and then end it with a little bit of a joke. They would laugh. So I'm like, this is going great. Yeah. This is going great. They put the show together.
Do you think what do you think their goal with the entire interview was? Meta, were they trying to reach out to white people and educate them about black comedy in Utah? Or were they trying to talk to black people? Because maybe you were making jokes that were actually funny, but would have pushed away a white audience, and they were trying to reach out to that audience.
We were the only 4 black people in that whole room.
Yeah. So they don't. It's not even self-aware. I was like, I'm trying, bro. I'm really trying to give them every olive branch right now. I'm trying to
We
understand
were
why
the
they
only
did this.
4 black people in that whole room.
Bro,
and now when I
fuck.
watch the show back, it's very much like, hey, we're here too.
But we don't want to make anyone uncomfortable.
Hey,
Sorry.
we're here too.
Sorry, we're here.
If you want to talk to us, we're over here.
Yeah.
Here's a clip of Mexicans doing improv.
Yeah.
And they went to Mexicans doing improv
That's crazy, man.
in Utah. And then came back
Right,
to
yeah.
us. They asked us a lot of questions that didn't get into the episode either, which I understand that. Nobody.
Yeah, at least cut
has-
in the question.
Yeah,
too,
that
feels-
makes sense to me. But
Yeah. That's,
on the questions that you did ask, you was like, TJ, yeah, I do it. Okay, Chantel, tell us everything.
so who do you have beef with? Lonzo Liggins, because his name is fucking hilarious. Gotta have beef with a guy with a name like that.
Yes, I'm fucking using your name as a platform to jump to the nigga who I really got a problem with. Producers over at PBS. You shouldn't have cut him out, man. We are black people talking about black shit. It's 4 of us. You can let us say what we have to say. I don't really have a problem with Lonzo. It was a joke.
I'm gonna cut that part out.
Now I'm talking about when I was like, do I have a problem? We're gonna have a problem, Lonzo. When I did that at that moment, they probably thought, well, is he mad? No,
Yeah,
I'm joking.
Man, that sucks.
Black people feign aggression for comedy. You gotta understand. Damn.
Sucks, man.
I know. But I was happy to see myself on a medium that looked professional.
I'm
That was
super
cool.
excited to watch it because of that. Because when I like obviously turned it on and like skipped through a little bit to like see what the setup was and
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and I was like, "That's my boy TJ over there. He's a movie star now."
Yeah, it looked cool.
Dude,
it
it
looked
looks
cool to
so
see
sick.
myself in that setting
It
for
looks
sure.
so sick,
Bro,
bro.
and like, I mean, obviously you'd have to do it like without the details, but like, fucking, you've been in Slug.
Yep.
You've been on fucking PBS.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you have a backlog. As long as
Bro.
nobody is like, oh, I want to watch the segment on PBS. Well, you know.
I took it offline. I think it's too
You can watch
controversial.
my promo. They let me do a promo and put it on their story. Did you see it?
I did not.
Bro, show us that shit. Pull that shit up.
I will. Let me
Send
pull
that
it
shit
up.
to the group chat too, so I can put it in the podcast.
Okay. Can you download a story video?
Yeah,
I never tried that.
bro, I got ways to do all kinds
Oh
of
my
shit.
yes. And oh my. Yeah, man. I got to do that. I saw that and I was like, okay, so that's funny. They're at least gonna let me be funny on the episode. I mean, this is gonna be great. But nope. Damn. It was fun. That they cut a lot out of that. That could've
Bro,
been
I
a
think
bit
they
long.
would have cut the beginning if you didn't later reference it by saying, "I'm reading that off the teleprompter," because then they couldn't cut the beginning where you flubbed the name and turned it into a joke. They would have probably cut that too.
Yeah.
You would have just been like, "Hi, I was on this show and now I have to leave." Bro, they're trying to do you
I think
dirty.
I
I'm
did
not
a
gonna
lot
lie.
of that. Maybe I was breaking the
gonna lie.
fourth wall a lot.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Even
yeah.
though it's
I'm
I want to see
excited,
the
bro.
fucking director's cut of like the realization. Wait a minute. We're the only 4 black people in this room.
Oh my God.
TJ
You
Taylor,
ever
I
feel
was
like
just
your
on
life
Roots.
is just a stage for white people?
Oh my God.
Pan the camera around.
Yeah. The big flip where you see everybody in the room. That's how it was too. The lady came out afterwards. That was amazing, guys.
I mean that, yeah. Listen. You know, this is literally the actual exact reason why we have a podcast. And why
Yeah.
we do comedy shows is because of shit like this.
It's amazing that I get to come here and be mad.
So, yep.
I'm going to direct everybody to watch that. I'm going to go to the comments in PBS Utah and say, go watch my podcast.
Platform TJ's voice.
Come here.
We built our own platform.
Come to my podcast and hear what I really had to say.
Yeah.
Are we
Fuck
going to have a
Lonzo
problem
Liggins.
there?
I don't even know the guy. I don't even know Lonzo Liggins. He's probably a nice guy.
God damn it. Lonzo Liggins.
And that came out on Halloween, or when did that?
The 31st.
Sick.
It was pretty cool.
Nice, man. I have a segue. I watched some media on Halloween.
Oh, what?
I watched some media on Halloween. I watched a film that felt like work.
Ah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay, I didn't say it was a good segue, but no, I fucking watched. So okay, I have 2 Halloween parties I'm going to. First event is a movie party where we watch Joker 2, and that felt like work. That was
That's kind of what I thought you meant
Yeah.
when you were like, I watched a movie that felt like work.
that felt like work.
This is Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. I have nothing. I don't have much to say. I'm not going to do a whole review. And the main reason is we went over to somebody's house and they threw a party and they asked me. He came to me and he was like, "Hey, what movie should I put on?" And I did the like, "Well, I don't really know." Cause I already know, like I don't want to be in charge of this vibe. Like it's not my party, you know? Like
Yeah, and also it would be very important to you in a moment where you don't feel
That's
like
what-
having that.
Yeah,
kinda,
like if I throw the party, I'll decide every movie, every song in the
Yeah.
playlist, like because I care like that, and I don't want to care like that right now. I'm here to hang out. So I was like, I don't know, whatever you want, you know. And he goes, "Oh, have you seen the new Joker?" And I was like, Nah, I haven't seen. No. He goes, "Oh, what if we put that one on?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure, whatever. We gotta leave soon anyways, so you guys just, you guys can watch whatever." And bro, it almost got me. The first 25 minutes of this movie almost got me all the way through a full musical song by Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh.
That breaks the fourth wall. Breaks not really the fourth wall. It's still, you're still in universe, but like breaks the universe of the movie.
Yeah, because now it's a musical.
does.
Yeah.
And then goes back like it never happened.
And that felt good.
It was fine. It was actually fine because he is a mental patient.
Right.
So I'm
Right.
okay with a couple of those. I hate them as a trope or as like a mechanic in movies. I hate like the dream sequence, wait, that never actually happened thing, because it just like very often doesn't even make sense for the character to be daydreaming like that. In this case, it worked because he's insane. So fair enough. He might, if I'm still in universe, I'm still following. And I was very surprised because I was sitting on this couch, hot girl eating a burrito loudly, hot girl, cat on her lap, blanket,
That's
chilling.
all right. You got all the vibes.
Tina dressed as the schoolgirl from Kill Bill. If not, it's Go Your Body.
Yes.
So I'm surrounded by hot women. I'm not going to be complaining, bro. I'm not complaining. There's a girl in a schoolgirl skirt sitting on the couch with me. I'm not complaining about shit. And that was the vibe. I'm not going to mess up anybody's fucking vibe tonight. If they're enjoying this musical rom-com, I'm going to enjoy it too. And that's how I went into this movie. And then for the first 25 minutes, I had to fight the urge to be like, wait, is it actually good? Like, this is so surprising. I'm enjoying this. And then Lady Gaga came on screen, and it went from like a movie that happened to have a song where it still felt in universe to like, no, this is just a musical. None of this is actually happening. The whole movie happens within like the actual confines of a cell and a courtroom. And every scene you're watching is a dream sequence. It's all fake. You can trust nothing you're seeing to be like real or worth your time because it's all fucking fake. And like, it was so disappointing to like be set up like, damn, I hate this movie. And then watch the first 25 minutes. Joaquin Phoenix is a fucking wonderful actor. He's really goddamn good at this character. Be like, oh shit, maybe I'm on board. And then it just fucking off a cliff to the point where even all the other people in the party were like, wow, is this a rom-com? Like, this movie is terrible. And then I was like, yeah, it was pretty bad. Like sweat beating down as I tried not to express my real opinions about what I'm actually watching. Bro, so I got the fuck out of there. We left before the movie was probably halfway over. And I was like, I literally turned to Tina and was like, save me. I'm about to start giving movie critic opinions and I can't. Like, save me from myself, bro. So we leave and we go to a fucking math rock concert.
Okay.
On Halloween. And bro, it was fire, man. You know why? I figured out the best way to listen to math rock. This is a very well-known band. Their name is Floral. If anyone is interested in math rock, go check out Floral. They're actually really good. I'm about to say some funny things about them. My real opinion is that they're really good. So here's the thing. It is in a tiny fucking coffee shop ass, like, bro, the room is the size of this basement. Tiny room.
Perfect.
And it is so fucking loud. They're giving out earplugs at the door. And I say, No, I don't need no fucking earplug. I'm good, bro. And then I'm the whole time like, fuck. Oh, that snare. Fuck that. God, the hi-hat. Oh, right in my ear. Bro.
Mathematically, nigga, you need earplugs.
7 out of 8 fucking time signatures and doctors recommend that you need fucking earplugs, bro. What's this time signature? Ow over hurt, bro. Bro, but it was really fire. And the reason was, so, okay, first guy goes up, not my speed. It's math rock, but it's very math rock core. Like it's like self-referential math rock. It's like we know what we're doing math rock. And now we're too deep in the rabbit hole. I'm a little like, it's not my thing. But I get it. You're a good guitar player. Cool. Math rock, for those who don't know, just for context, math rock is called math rock as like a pejorative, but also like then it was adopted because it's just real complicated shit. It's like you're doing math just to figure out like time signatures and like it's all just super fucking complicated for the sake of being complicated. That's the vibe. That's why it's cool. That's why it's fun. So then second band comes on, even fucking louder than the first, same drummer. So I'm like, damn, this drummer's in both bands.
Double drummer.
Because he's even better in the second band than he was in the first. Like this band is, Floral is the second band. He is fucking killing it. The guitarist for Floral and the drummer are the only people on stage. And the guitarist, it's Halloween. So like the guitarist goes, yeah, our bassist is in fucking New Mexico. Our other guitarist is in like fucking New York right now. So this is what you get. Haha. And it turns out math rock is a lot better when fucking half the band is in. With half the members. Divide that shit by 2 and it gets a lot better, bro. That shit was just a guitar and drums. And it was so good, bro. It was I was like fucking getting it. The halftime breakdowns fucking killed. Math rock with halftime breakdowns is all I've ever wanted from math rock because they always get more complicated, which means they always speed it up. The guitarist is always like, I could play that, but let me play it faster. Nah, bro. Halftime. So at the end of the show, I'm like, let me go support. I'm gonna go buy a t-shirt. I start talking to the guy. Motherfucking, that drummer is not even in that band.
They just needed a guy.
He's a fucking sit-in. He's that good. He's that fucking good. This drummer killed it. Now that my glowing review of the music is done, bro, tell me why. So I didn't wear a costume. Now here's why. I hate people who don't wear costumes on Halloween because you came out to this party. Like you could have sat at home and you knew it was Halloween. No, like I don't walk in your house and tell you how to dress. Don't come out to the club and make me feel weird for being dressed like fucking Goku. You know? Like, motherfucker, I fit the vibe. You're the weird one, you know? And so I don't like that. But in this particular arrangement, we knew we were going to 2 parties and the plan was to ride bike. So we were going to literally ride our bicycle to the second party from the first. Because, you know, like there was a group doing it. It was kind of like a group vibe thing. We're not that big into bikes, but you know, that's the vibe. So we're going to do it. Because of that, all my costumes, bro, like my only go-to costumes are like my Viking costume, which has like an 8-foot long cloak with fur shoulders and shit. I can't ride a bike in that. It's not, I have an axe, motherfucker, hanging off my belt.
You gotta tie the cape around your waist.
Yeah, there's no convenient way for me to build a costume last minute that doesn't feel more disrespectful than just like dressing Halloween. So I like wear this sweater. The sweater has ghosts on it. I got several compliments on this sweater.
That's nice.
I love this sweater. It's a very Halloween-y sweater. I'm very proud of it. My friend told me I am her style inspiration. She's like, when I grow up, I want to dress like you. You look cool as fuck. And I was like, well, thank you very much. You said that in a room where people are in Halloween costumes, so I don't know if that's the reference you have, but you know, I'll take it. I think
that's even more of a compliment,
right?
Because she wasn't like, "Where's your costume,
bro?" What happened is I went and bought a math rock T-shirt, and she went and bought one too because she's like, "If you think it looks cool," I wanted to get one, but now you think it's cool, and I was like, "All right, that's why you're my friend." But anyway, so I was like, "Okay, I can ride a bike." I can't wear my fucking Viking cloak. My costume that I've been planning on but couldn't execute was Future Trunks because Dragon Ball Z just came out and everyone knows what it would be. This is the one year when I could do it and not be like the weird anime guy. Plus, baggy pants, crop jacket, which is that's my shit. I'm in. I'm on board. And I have the pants. I have the tank top. I don't have the yellow boots. Motherfucker has like high yellow boots with straps. It's very trunks.
Yes.
You got to get those right, in my opinion. And he has a crop jacket. So I'd have to like get a jacket, cut it. Like it's work. I can't do it the same day. So I'm like, okay, fine. But it's in my mind like, fuck, man, I could have done the Trunks costume. It would have been cool to be riding a bike with a sword on my back and a Dragon Ball Z Trunks costume. I would have felt like cool as fuck.
I think at that stage you would want to be on a motorcycle though.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't have a running one
Like,
for some reason during that day.
Like I
Trunks rides
imagine
a
future
motorcycle.
big ass sword on the back,
Oh, yeah, dude.
pedaling, and it goes away.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you gotta be on a motorcycle. Listen, you
He's
got to
get there, and that's the only vehicle he could find.
Yeah, he's got a Akira slide. Like, it's gotta have it on a motorcycle.
The whole way to the location.
Yeah, I gotta make them tow me so I don't have to pedal. Just hide my pedaling. But anyway, so I'm thinking this, and the whole fucking night I feel self-conscious because I'm not in a costume. And the moment before we go to get in the car, Tina's fucking front tire is so flat, like dead flat. Like this needs repair flat. I pump it up to 40 PSI, and while I'm saying the sentence, do you hear any leaks? I look over and it's at 30 PSI.
Oh.
Like, bro, it is fucked. And I'm like, okay, we're already 5-10 minutes late to the movie watching party, which there's no late because it's like that group of friends, like, dude, there's not even a time this starts. It's like people come and go. Like, these are the cool kids. So I'm not worried about being late. We're already late from Tina's plan, and she can't have that. Right. She's getting very stressed. Her bike tire is flat. So I just make the call. You know what? Fuck it. We'll just drive to the second party. We're going to miss out. We'll miss out on the vibe, but oh well. Then we go to the first party, and everyone who was going to bike to the second party goes, man, it's fucking cold. I'm not biking. So we missed that. We dodged that bullet. We weren't the weird ones. But now I got to explain why everyone else is in costume because there was no bikes. And I'm not in costume because I thought I was going to ride a bike. Then we walk into this fucking venue with the math rock band Floral. And who do I motherfucking see? I look to my left and I see Vegeta. I look to my right and I see Bulma, hot as fuck. Hot as fuck. I look in front of me and I see Vegeta, Goku, Bulma, Future Trunks, Master Roshi. They went all fucking out. This group, whoever you are out there in downtown Salt Lake, in the Gallivan Center, at a math rock concert, in the full group Dragon Ball Z costume, fuck bro, yes. Like, thank you for existing, bro.
Dog, you missed out.
I know. Get this. I would have showed up in Future Trunks and I would have done it better.
Was it blue hair, Future Trunks?
Purple hair. He dyed his real hair. Like,
okay,
he
so
really
he was,
dyed his hair. It was purple.
Okay,
the right
he was
color
Dragon Ball
too.
Z, yeah.
Yeah.
Future
he didn't
Trunks.
have the boots.
Not super.
So I was like, man, fuck, I wish I would have worn my Trunks costume. Because he doesn't look dumb without the boots. You know who he is. Mm-hmm. He's missing the boots. Like, you gotta have the boots. But I know who he is. Mm-hmm. And I was like, fuck, I should have not went for perfection. I should have aimed halfway. Oh well. Or at least worn my like Akira jacket. Because at least it's not a costume, but it's close enough.
They would
have
know.
got the vibe.
Yeah, they would know.
They would have got the vibe. And then I also thought, man, I should have dressed up as Buckethead because I'm at a math rock concert. And like, that's a guitar guy. Like, and if you play guitar in a math rock band, you know who Buckethead is. And you would have been like, that's a fucking costume and a half. But anyways, I'm having all these thoughts as I see Dragon Ball Z. And then I fucking look over and Tina gone, ran, sprinted to the other side of the room where fucking Charlize Theron's character from Kill Bill is standing there with a full-on katana. They're fucking taking selfies and she's hot as fuck too. She is. Anyone who dresses like that girl is,
dude,
bro.
Everybody but you got the fucking memo.
And they were like, it wasn't like, oh, they were like phoning in costumes. Like the guitarist from Floral. Listen. I'm gonna say it like this. I don't agree with this costume. I felt violated, but I gotta give him like serious real life props for commitment to the bit. The guitarist from Floral was just in his underwear, and he was dressed as his worst nightmare. That was his whole. Oh, and I was like, well, I can see you're dangling. Put that away, sir. But also, everyone here is like, no, we're in costume. So I was happy that they didn't like reject me at the door.
Right.
They were like, you got ghosts. We'll let you in. Bro, one black guy walked in, goes, damn, that's loud, and walks out. So it wasn't the perfect vibe. It could have been better. but bro,
Damn, I almost had the black dude.
I know, dude.
would've
He
been
stood
the
next to Vegeta, looked at Bulma and went, and then walked out. And I was like, yeah, dude, I did the same thing. Yeah. So fucking
Almost. God damn
bro.
it.
But it was, I have to say, honestly, I've seen a lot of costumes and I've seen people go hard for costumes. This is the first time I've ever seen a whole group go hard together like that. Like, it's almost like the kind of thing you like daydream, like, man, one day it'd be cool to get all my friends. We all dress as like different. Man, it was cool to see in real life. It was really cool. And even the people who like obviously didn't, put as much effort, like the Vegeta guy like made his own costume, but it's Saiyan armor, bro. Like, you can recognize that from a mile away. So it still worked. Man, it was a great Halloween night. The band is called Floral. Shout out to the step in, like fill in drummer. The motherfucker killed it. He was better at the band he's not in. Like, that's how good he was at just like picking up the changes on the spot in the most complicated genre. Like, okay. That shit was fire, man. So it was a really fun party. Yeah. It was good. Shout out Hi for inviting us to the math rock band. She's cool shit. Shout out Yenzi for throwing the first party. Sorry, the movie sucked. And that's that. That was my Halloween evening. Now, on Halloween morning, I texted this fool because it was a Thursday. And I was like, hey, man, like, sorry, not going to be able to work on motorcycles tonight because I got parties to go to. And he replied back, I got parties too. So tell me about the party on Halloween.
It wasn't a party. I was just trying to feel cool. No, I went to. I did have plans. I was going over to.
You were going to dress up like Dragon Ball Z with your friends.
Yeah, I was at this math rock party. I was Bulma, actually.
Damn, bro, that ass looked good, bro. I was like, what the fuck?
No, I went to.
They invited me. They just wanted me to be Mr. Popo,
Bro,
so I said, fuck y'all.
But you walked in like, God, this is loud, and left.
You tried to bob your head. You're like, no, I'm give up, bro.
I couldn't find it.
But no, like my Halloween like activity was actually on the 29th. I went on a little driving tour with Violet to a bunch of houses, mostly in West Valley. We were actually like kind of making a circle around your place.
Nice.
Looking at like Halloween decorations that people had submitted to like KSL. I forget what the organization is called.
Like a contest of some sort?
Yeah.
Sick.
Saw a lot of cool ones. Saw the best one, easily the best one, was a light and music show that had a sign saying tune to this station, and you tune to that station, and like the music lines up with the light show. And I was like, okay, this is, a lot of work went into this, which is great, but I kind of thought that I was going to tune in to like and hear, spooky, scary skeletons or like the classic like Halloween shit. But I turned the dial and it started playing a song I've never heard before. I did not recognize it, did not know who played it, but the feeling, the vibe was exactly like a Linkin Park pop punk group that I absolutely would have been completely into in middle school. Yeah. So I immediately got like me and the person who like designed this have like a core commonality somewhere in there.
Born in the same decade.
And then like as we drove around, we saw a very truncated version of the same setup, which made me like, oh, well, they did a lot of work, but they bought a kit to do it. So it's whatever.
I know.
Yeah. But the night opened with us going to get hot chocolates, which is now part of this 2-year tradition. So we stopped by Rise and Grind coffee shop. Violet walks in first, and there are these two people like kind of standing by the doorway, and it's like they're all glass windows, so you can see inside, but we're kind of like stuck in like our visual range is kind of stuck in the airlock, the little like foyer before you get into the coffee shop proper, and there are two people standing by the door. And Violet's going in first, and she walks up, and the lady right next to the door is like, hello, welcome, and like arms out for a hug. And I see it happen to her, and I know that it's gonna happen to me too, but also I'm gonna do the same thing so that like, you know, Violet knows that we're part of a team, we're doing the same shit. She goes up and she gives Violet a hug. And I saw Violet kind of like, okay, this is what's going on. And then like I walk up and she gives me a hug and I'm like, oh, okay, sure. And she's like, welcome to CA. We walked into a Cocaine Anonymous group meeting.
Oh,
You were like, Violet, I have to talk to you. That is hilarious. That is
Did you
fucking
sit-
hilarious. I
did-
thought it was like a
okay.
Halloween decoration. Like
Okay.
they're being creepy on purpose.
Yeah.
No, they were on crack.
so continue.
Yeah, what the fuck?
The unfortunate part is that that's as funny as it got.
Oh, okay.
Because like we walked in, we stood at the back.
Like there was a guy right there with like he's like, my wife left me, I'm on cocaine. Oh, and it was no longer funny.
No, unfortunately, or unfortunately, I guess, depending on what perspective you're taking, we didn't get to see any of the like, my name is X and I've been off of cocaine or on cocaine for X number of years. But like we walked in, we were in the back of like all of these like chairs all faced forward.
Just tons
like
of-
Man, bro,
plenty of
nose
people,
bleeding.
I got
people
questions.
talking.
How do you feel that she just assumed you were on crack?
Bro, like
Crack is a different thing. Was this
Oh,
crack?
yeah, this was cocaine. How many white people were there?
Yeah. It's probably all white.
I am gonna guess that they kept the like the target audience like fairly broad. So there weren't any black people.
It's people who can afford to go to a coffee
It's
shop
cocaine.
and
That
also
is
do
powder.
cocaine.
That is powder. They're on
Yeah.
cocaine.
I mean, like no black people. Definitely people who, if I was being very stereotypical, look like they had just come from the trailers.
Yeah.
If I
It's
would, if I were
cocaine,
to
bro.
guess,
Cocaine. A business meeting guy.
didn't see any of the
Doing it
business
for
meeting
business.
guys.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Back to
That doesn't mean they weren't there. There were a lot of chairs that didn't have people in
It
it.
also doesn't mean anything because we're in Utah. So like, yeah. It's hard-
Yeah, and
it's hard to
crack
make
is
that.
toned down now. I
Yeah,
think
it's not the same. Ever
crack
since
it
Reagan
wasn't,
died.
it wasn't rampant. It's not rampant anymore.
Man,
You
that's
do a
crazy.
little crack and
How
be
did
like, I need
how
some
did
help.
you not like how was that in the same place where you were? Like what? Like, I'm still
I've
so
never
confused.
stumbled upon.
Yeah, I've never had that
fucking
happen, bro.
Crack meeting,
Bro,
Bam.
and like the way everything was set up, it to me it would have made sense if this was like we're gonna like after hours we meet up here
Yeah.
so that we can completely redo the interior, right, and turn it into like a meeting place for exactly this purpose,
Yeah.
right? But no, like Rise and Grind said that it didn't close until 10, so we just showed up like not even thinking like.
They do.
Like we
crack
weren't even in
meetings
a
at night.
rush. Like we just walked in and no, 7 o'clock on Halloween, not Halloween, but 7 o'clock on just a random ass fucking Tuesday.
I mean, I'm really glad that they have this and that it's like that they're doing their best to destigmatize it. That it's just in
Absolutely.
public in a normal spot. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's really cool.
I shouldn't
Put a
call them
fucking
crack
sign up,
meetings.
bro. Put a sign on the
You
goddamn
gotta
window.
put a big
Yeah.
sign.
So yeah,
Man.
we fucking get our hot chocolates, which like the bar is all the way up front where every single chair is like pointed
yeah.
towards.
Of course, yeah.
Obviously. There is like we can kind of like hide in the in kind of like the halo shadow of
They were like, there goes two more of us joining
getting
together.
coffee and they're leaving.
Oh,
No, you look like you're on the pipe. Have you seen how many motorcycles we bought?
Yeah, that's Hello, my name is Sean. It's been 4 months since I bought a motorcycle last.
Let me tell you about the Honda CX500. Bro, that's
You walked
fucking
into an
hilarious,
MA.
bro.
Yeah, it was a part of me was like, we should stay. But I did not want to have to like
Man.
come up with a reason why I was there that wasn't hi, I'd like to sit and like
That's wild,
tour your like sorrows voyeuristically so I can bring it to my fucking podcast.
Bro, I have a okay. Is that where things left off? Because I have a segue from that, but we're about to get into like more serious stuff, so I didn't want to.
Yeah. I can if we've got I can come back and talk about
it's
more
not
of it.
it's
But
not
that was
that
basically
it's not that serious, but I do want to. Something happened this Halloween that we do every year, but I want to reframe the way I'm looking at this holiday. So I do want to take this a little more seriously than I have in the past. Here's the thing. I also had an awkward stand around in a circle and tell a story ass situation.
Okay.
Which is my segue for. I went to Samhain this year. This is my second year going to Samhain. Samhain, if you're unfamiliar, is spelled like Samhain. Most people mispronounce it Samhain. I do my best to pronounce it correctly. I may be butchering the pronunciation. Cut me some slack. I'm just trying to make sure people know what I'm talking about. So, go to Samhain. The people who throw Samhain are very, very, very good friends of mine. At this point, I can say I have trusted them with my life. As of the next story I'm about to tell after this to lighten the mood. But before we do that, let me tell you about Samhain. It is like on the day of Dia de Muertos. So this year is the first year. I'm going to sound disrespectful. Please understand where I'm coming from. This is the first year where I cared about this holiday because Dia de Muertos is a real holiday to me. I've seen people care about it. My whole life, I've seen people care about it. So, you have like the goofiness of doing anything in a social setting, like celebratory, like even like austere things kind of become goofy when you're standing in a circle around a fire doing them, right? But Dia de Muertos is real to me, and it's on the same day. So my vibes are more right this year for it. I'm taking it more seriously as a metaphor for the veil thinning between like life and death, right? So I go to this Samhain celebration that was put on Dia de Muertos on purpose. It was like, oh, if this, like the fact this lines up is like not a coincidence. Let's celebrate that day. The two people who throw it are really good friends of mine, and I care deeply about them. So I'm in the right mood. Two of the other people are also pagan. It's a pagan holiday. It's what Halloween was co-opted from. So very serious. And I just wanted to tell a fucking really good story about the person I think of every time this holiday rolls around, because it's like timely, it's pertinent right now. Part of the new tradition that we added is last year felt like a little somber and sad. And because of that, for me, it was like harder to get into it. It was kind of harder to I barely knew these people to that level. So I just dissociate. I'm just like, yeah, it's real sad for you, but like, I'm not here. This year, we all shared stories about like a happy memory with the person that you're here to remember, like the person that you shouted out. So one of the people was Ginger, who's the closest thing to a mom I've ever known. That's the way I introduce her to people. It's the easy way to think of her, right? But I just had a fucking funny story about Ginger that I couldn't, like, now is the time. This Halloween special edition of the podcast is the time to tell the story.
Awesome.
So, bro, my dad has had this fucking girlfriend my whole life. Like, basically, my mom left. My dad gets this girlfriend. I fucking hate this lady. Like, she is like the evil stepmom from hell to me my whole life. There's never been a time in my life where I've gotten along with Jackie. Ever. Not once. I hate her. So, she has said some of the evilest shit. Like, I'm like 6. I'm like 8. And she's like, this is why your dad doesn't love you. Like, saying evil shit behind closed doors. My dad never believes me, right? Mm-hmm. I'm probably like, at this point, I'm like 8 to 10. I'm getting to the age where I don't even care if my dad believes me. I gotta say, she can't keep talking to me like this behind closed doors, right? And at this point, Ginger is my babysitter. So I see her every single day. I go to her house every single day. Warren just died, her husband, who was a musician. Warren's whole life was basically spent trying to be a musician, traveling the world, doing like shows, but she wrote a book about it. It's a really good book. He basically never like achieved the critical mass needed for fame. So she wrote a book about loving him through that process and like being with an artist, loving an artist through the process of them struggling, spending their whole life and never like making it right, but also never not making it, never giving up, never like never losing sight of who they are, right? And this book is very important to me. This woman is very important to me. This man is very important to me. And one time, I'm like 8 to 10 years old. This evil stepmom I do not fucking like goes, what are you gonna run and tell Ginger? All she ever did was marry a B-flat musician And at the time, I didn't know what that means. I still don't really, it's not a term from our slang, but a B-flat musician is like a failed musician. So I do. I go tell Ginger. I go tell Ginger fucking Purcell. She says these like mean things to me behind closed doors all the time. She doesn't think anyone will believe me. She tells me no one's going to believe me. She tells me my dad doesn't love me. He doesn't believe me. And then the second I mentioned, bro, she said, Warren was just a B-flat musician. What's that? And Ginger goes, if I see her again, I'm going to beat the fucking brakes off her. Tell her not to come around here. And Jackie was scared of Ginger from that day until the end of Ginger's life. Jackie would not be like, if Ginger was coming, bro, Jackie would like run the other direction. I never felt like more protected. And also like, that's what love is. Like, I swear to God, if I die and you hear from like a 8-year-old, a rumor that someone maybe said something that maybe might disparage me, I want you to beat their ass. Like, I want you to be about that. Like, I want you to like really, really care for me like that when I'm dead. And I got that at like 8 years old from Ginger. And that was what I celebrated this song. It was the first time I was able to really like take it super seriously. And like, I just wanted to share a really positive story from a person who had a very good impact on me around Halloween when the veil is thin. And that's pretty much that. That was the trip. That was the serious part of the trip. It was a really good experience. Also, I shout out my dad's cat who died, who I rescued when I was like in 8th grade, and he kept this whole time. His name was Ghost.
Wow.
So that's my Halloween special edition of this podcast.
I mean, while we're here in this moment,
Yeah.
my cat Sierra died Halloween. It really sucked. It was very sad. She sleeps on my head. Last couple days she hadn't been doing that, and we were worried about it. Saw her, and she was really weak. Took her to the vet, and she didn't come home from the vet. So it was very sad. Yeah. Rest in peace, CC.
That shit sucks.
Yep. I didn't know how to bring that up, so good thing you brought it up.
No, I honestly appreciate you bringing it up. This podcast is funny, but also we get serious sometimes. I'm actually really sorry to hear that, man. I think a lot of people don't respect the relationship that you can have with your pets, especially your cat.
Yep.
But that shit, man, that sucks. I have a mood lightener that I can bring up. So before this, before Samhain, if you have nothing to add or share. All right. Before Samhain, we spent the night at Kathleen and Jeremy's house. They're park rangers. I bring this up every time because they always do shit that's relevant to it. And this time, they took us to like a secret petroglyph spot that you can't get to, man. Like, you park, trails over that way, in a secret location over that way is where you go. You park, you look over there, and you see just a cliff face. Just straight cliff.
How the fuck?
Bro, I am with fucking Tina, a rock climber, a very good rock climber, might I add. Very good. I want to point that out because I care a lot about her opinion of me, but she is really skilled at this thing. And I don't want to suck at it, but also I'm going to suck at it compared to these people. I got fucking Army Ranger / Park Ranger. I think he's Army Ranger. He might have been Marines. Actually, I know he was Marines. So Marine Corps veteran, Park Ranger, fucking tough guy. I got cave spelunking Park Ranger Kathleen, who like goes in like, she's like, oh, I had to take my helmet off to fit through the cave. It was so fun. Ha, ha, ha. And I got Tina, who's like, yeah, it just climbs 512A. I mean, I led it, but no big deal, casually, whatever. Oh yeah, that like 6'3" tall fucking white guy was scared to climb the follow to my lead. Okay, no big deal. And I am here. And I'm like, well, I did parkour for a little while. I guess if I do fall, I could probably roll out of it. Bro, I'm so serious when I say, you think I'm exaggerating when I say this is a cliff and I do not see the way. I have a picture of one portion of this fucking I can't even call it. I can't even say hike, bro. This adventures expedition, bro. So these pictographs are like 8,000 years old, or maybe 4,000 years old, and people were there 8,000 years before that. I know that because Jeremy mentioned these pictographs, when they were made by people who were closer to us than the people that they were like looking back towards. That's how ancient this spot is. It's like fucked up how old this shit is, bro. I literally. So like, okay, here's the setting. Here's the like cliff face, right? And it's straight up a cliff face.
Yeah.
It's probably, the bottom is a little sloped. So let's say about a 200-foot like drop if you were to actually fall.
Jesus.
Now,
where the fuck
this
are
we
y'all
haven't
at?
gotten to the hike, bro. I'm just showing you what I saw when I got out of the fucking car. Oh, the other guy in that picture. Bro, the other guy in that picture, I didn't mention him. You know why?
Why?
What's more dangerous than rock climbing? What's more dangerous than fucking caving, spelunking? Motherfucker is a base jumper and paraglider.
Oh, okay. So he could. I'll meet y'all at the end. Fucking fly
see
away.
you down there, bro. I'm gonna show you this shit. I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna show you the more fun. I'm gonna show you the more fun parts. This is just this one approach section. These are the kinds of. This is not a hike. This is climbing at this point. We are climbing. This is like, bro, this is just like a regular, they're standing there taking pictures. This is so chill to them. I'm like, and now, bro, after this portion, I want you to like look at this, and I want you to feel free to zoom. I want you to feel free to look, and I want you to really empathize with what I was going through in this moment. Bro, I am crawling. I am on my fucking belly, literally military crawling, pushing my bag ahead of me through a space that I'm like hitting my head. I'm on my belly crawling, and there is a like 200-foot drop directly next to me, like literally right here.
Like you have maybe like an arm and a half length before you get to that
And
edge.
it's
And
all downhill.
Bro, my ass is like, how are you not just like in that crevice?
No,
like
so the thing is,
squished down and
thing
in
is,
the
bro,
crevice,
this is
moving
what-
forward by just like the amount
Bro,
of distance that your wrists can cover.
So
I will say I would do this, but
bro,
I would be probably as uncomfortable as you look. Right?
and so I feel like I'm doing that because the distance to my left, there's probably 2 feet to my left that is safe to be on if you are comfortable in this situation.
When you show this video in the edit, please get a zoom in of your
Bro, so I got
your disposition in that moment.
Kathleen and Jeremy already through. Everyone's waiting on me. I'm the last person.
Oh, okay.
I can't not go. They're all over there. I can't stay. Where am I gonna go?
They should have like left a long rope that they could drag you.
Kathleen actually in real life went last. She's fucking tiny though, so it was way chiller.
She
for
walked
her.
through it.
And she's done this a lot. She's done this exact hike a lot. But, bro, about 2 feet to my left, it is all downhill just enough that when I try to like scoot away from, because I'm feeling really uncomfortable, there's like shit over my head. And I think to myself, I think maybe I would accept a little more risk, like being a little closer to the cliff's face in exchange for a little more breathing room, a little more like relaxed traverse through this. And I go over there, and what happens is I can only describe this as a teeter. I'm on all fours.
That's not
right?
the time for the teeter.
Dog, I'm on all fours. I'm like this. And I go to like inch, as I'm moving forward, I go to inch a little left. So I kind of like push up position, prop up. And as I'm like moving in that direction, and I didn't realize that the like slope it's just gradually a little more as you go. I go like that little bit. And I'm laying down. In real life, I'm actually 100% safe. They would not have brought me if it wasn't safe. They trust my ability to do this. I trust them not to lead me to death. But in that moment, motherfucker,
You had fell off the cliff. You were gone.
if it is possible to teeter while you're on your hands and knees, that's what I did. I teetered. And it was the scariest shit. I think I've ever experienced on one of these bullshit hikes I go on.
So really quickly, I'm stupid afraid of heights.
Yeah.
Right. This is a well-known feature of my personality. Stupid afraid of heights, practices parkour. Right. So like that thing that you just described, right? That teetering. When I am up high, it will feel like I have forgotten how to move my body, right? Like if I'm like standing right here facing like a drop right there, it will be like I have forgotten how to just turn and go that way.
Yeah.
Which
So-
easiest fucking thing in the world.
Do you
wanna add
feel
to this.
compelled towards the edge?
I don't feel compelled towards the edge. I do feel like gravity is heavier on that side.
I just want to add to this that I think that the beginnings of that sensation are really normal, and I think that's just a part of the human experience. It's like, oh, I'm at heights, suddenly I forget how to walk. This like distance that on a sidewalk is fine. When you're 200 feet up, terrifying.
Yeah.
Terrifying. I could army crawl on a sidewalk sideways. I don't give a fuck. But a sidewalk on the side of a fucking cliff, 200 feet up, fuck you, right? Now, I say that to say, I think that is a normal experience. And what I have seen you go through is what I can only describe as fucking exponentially more freaked out than the normal amount of afraid of heights.
Dude, it is legit panic, and that teetering sensation, I feel that all the time. All the time. It does not matter like what I am standing on, like what the grade of it is. If there is height, like especially if it is like actually dangerous height, right? Like I get freaked out if it's like not really dangerous height, but if it is actually dangerous height, I will feel like there is no more any stability like in the ground that I'm standing on or in any of the joints between my brain and my foot.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's bad for me, and I'm not afraid of heights. I cannot imagine. I would never do this.
Do you feel
never take
any security at all from a harness or?
If I can hold on to it, I will feel better. Okay. If I can put my hands around something, I will feel better. But like it won't help me as much as it might help somebody else, because what ends up happening is that like I hold on to that thing. And by God, do I hold on to that fucking thing?
Oh, okay.
My
You can't get
forearms
down.
start to lose they start to lose strength because I'm holding on.
Bro, I've seen him do this like in situations where everyone else is like joking. We're all like jovial. And I look over and see Sheep going, and then stealing himself and pretending it's not happening. And it is the funniest shit.
And he goes
ever,
through
bro.
with the thing? You go through with the thing?
I've seen him do things. I've seen him conquer this fear.
I have you've been to the library, right? You know the stairway that goes like from the ground and kind of like wraps up and goes up to the top?
Yeah.
I've walked on the edge of that. I don't think it was all the way up. I think actually we might have been accosted by police officers. So it wasn't all the way up. But I have absolutely walked on that edge like far past what would have been like a really bad fall.
What made you continue? Peer pressure?
It's kind of, but there's definitely like in parkour, there is like a very core philosophy of pushing yourself, right? And like the people that I was training with at the time, and like some of the people that I had like taken there before, I took Laurent Piemontesi there, and there's a section at the top of the library. I think it's like slightly to the right of the doorways that are facing the Leonardo. There's a little prominence, little part that sticks out, right? And I've stood on that thing. Freaked the fuck out of me. All I could do was stand on it. I've taken people up there who like he did a fucking handstand on that thing. Like handstand, like fucking fingers around the edge like that, like looking straight down, feet up and just kind of like curled over like that. Very relaxed, came down, it was fine. Boggles my fucking mind. So like you have to realize there is peer pressure. Not that they are like, yeah, come on, you can do it, but just the fact that they exist.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
They exist. There seems to be a floor of acceptability. Not that there is actually right.
Yeah,
Like
they would never say anything negative.
no,
But you
Right.
feel it.
They wouldn't even feel anything negative,
Yeah,
but you feel it.
You
Like
feel
I
it.
try to use peer pressure to get my son to eat, so I want other kids eating, and just him being next to them, seeing
Yeah.
them eat, maybe he'll do it.
Yeah.
Team,
Like that.
you let him decide what he wants to eat.
But yeah, like the bottom line is that the thing that you just described is the thing that I feel basically at every stage of height, and I'm sorry you had to go through that, even if it was only for a second.
And I, this is a situation I really enjoy. We encounter it in parkour on purpose. They encountered it here on purpose, but it's a thing you can do in life. I do it on the motorcycle. I really appreciate situations where the floor for skill or for like risk is actually really low. This is well within my capabilities
Right.
physically, and the danger present is fucking capital, like
Right.
paramount.
Right.
I really appreciate situations where it's like, oh no, there is no middle. You either die or you do not.
But you're just crawling.
But this is within the realm of things you've practiced or things you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
And now the only thing is, can you do it with a gun to your head?
Yeah.
Can you like actually perform under the stress and pressure of your life being at stake? And that is a lot of people enjoy it. I enjoy it. So during this, I was actually having a really good time. It was also fucking terrifying. This is the second time in like a month that I've been in that situation though, where I'm having a good time. And you've seen me like train parkour at, I would say, decent heights around people. You see me ride motorcycles and I would say decently dangerous situations around people. I do not, dude. Like, I don't do dangerous shit around people. This is like a like core philosophy of my being. If I'm in my brain, like, nah, like this is scary, I need to be alone because that peer pressure will make me go farther than I'm comfortable with. And I'm not trying to let you watch me die. Like I feel that like in the back of my mind, that responsibility is like over all else. So like no one in my life will ever see me do anything that I could not do like with my eyes closed in my sleep. Because I am so fucking worried about like traumatizing the people I'm with by falling off this cliff.
Right.
But like, dog, this shit was fucking scary. And it really did like actually test that like peer pressure response. Because there was a couple moments, again, second time in the last month, where like this is a difficult thing. And I know you're trying to be helpful, specifically the base jumper guy. He kept, because he doesn't know me. Everyone else in the situation knows me really well. They didn't bring me because I was like the weak leg. They brought me because they knew I could do this shit. He doesn't know me that well. So when I'm like in that picture, there's a huge step, right? The next one over that, you have a rock like right in your midsection. And I would describe this as a scramble for Tina. Like she climbs what's called slab, where the whole thing is that. The whole thing is like, trust your feet, your hands can't help you. I am the opposite of that. I'm like, trust my hands. What? I don't even got feet, bro. Fuck my feet. Cut them bitches off. I could drag myself up this mountain. This is a situation where I'm uncomfortable because of that. Because I gotta trust my feet. There's nothing to grab with my hands that I can feel comfortable grabbing, right? Now, Mark doesn't know this. I might bleep his name. I might not. Base jumper guy does not know this. So he is trying to like spot me and give me like beta. He's like, oh, it's okay. If you fall, don't worry. I'll catch you. I'm here. And just grab that. Just grab that. And it is all I can do to be like, shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of my way. Tina is like basically not telling him because we're on the side of a mountain. So this is not the time for conflict. But she is trying to be like, no, he's got this. He's fine. And thankfully she tells Mark this and he like backs off me. Because all I can think is like, bro, I'm comfortable with this fall. Like I'm looking at like maybe a 20-foot fall right here. I'm 1000% comfortable with this. I've done that fall. It sucks. I've done that fall upside down. It sucks. Also, I don't want to land on you, motherfucker. Get out of my way. And that is fucking annoying.
Right.
And there is a personality type, specifically a straight white male personality type, that thinks the answer to you are having a mental struggle right now is let me step in and try to do it for you.
Right.
Let me get in your way. And like, I want to say, because I have to say, because I have so many friends who are women in the sport of climbing, in the sports of parkour and climbing, who are surrounded by this energy on a daily basis. And I need to clarify that I, as a 6'3" white man, do not understand their pain. But in this moment, man, I understood their pain. I was like, shut the fuck up. Get out of my way. You are not helping. I'm listening for the voice of Tina, the one person in this situation who I could say, like, I can hear. And if she tells me something, I can do it. Right now, with no mental games. I can't hear what you're saying, bro. You're in my way. Stop. Stop touching me. Get out of my fucking way. Mm-hmm. Other than that, and that is not a negative to him because he just doesn't know me.
Right.
So he might not trust that I'm safe.
Right.
He might actually be worried for me, and it might be coming from a good place. Also,
Coming from white place. Not
a very straight white male place. A very I know better than you place. And I did not like that.
I found like in situations that I would have like that where somebody else would try to like offer help. It's not that I don't necessarily want help. Sometimes I don't. So, like a lot of the times I do. But like it's almost like you are a frail, fragile human being. You cannot help me right now, right? Like the best thing that you can do is like be out of the way, and if nothing else, just like point, just tap on the physical structure that can help me. You know what I mean? Like,
so how do you feel? I have a personal pet peeve about this, but I might be weird. How do you feel about people saying like, you can do it, you got it, you're almost there? Like those like not motivational, you know what I mean? Because I will jump, motherfucker. I will throw myself off this mountain and take you with me. I hate that shit.
For me, it entirely depends on who it's coming from.
It's situational.
Like, yeah, it's 100% situational.
Like
I hate that shit, bro.
maybe if I feel like I know I can do it, and you might think I'm going slow
I think
or
that's
something,
what gets
but I
me
can
is
do
because,
it.
like I said, like I have this threshold of risk where it's like, no, I know I can, or I wouldn't be doing it in front of you. Shut the fuck up. You're annoying me.
I feel like that comes from a place of encouragement from other people, especially if they don't know you. So I give them the benefit of the doubt. It doesn't feel patronizing to me, and I think
patronizing is a good way to put it.
Yeah, I think that comes from a personal space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe that's something that you have, but I don't think they mean any harm.
Yeah, I will definitely like the dude that I train parkour with most frequently, Ian. He will very frequently be like, you got this, like you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I 100% like trust and respect and appreciate when he does it, because he actually is like appraised not only of like my ability, but also of my reason for doing a thing, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's it too.
Yeah. And kind of like he kind of knows your confidence about certain things.
Yeah.
So if he would do it when he feels
He
like
actually
he
just reminded me that I'm not as angered by it as I thought I was. I only hate all these people because they don't know me. Because Jeremy didn't do it to me. He wouldn't. He knows me. Kathleen didn't do it to me. She wouldn't. She knows me. They didn't bring me if they thought I couldn't do it. They know I can do it. That's not what I need. Tina shuts the fuck up. And when I ask for help, she will give it. But she knows this is a me process.
Right.
Mark doesn't know that.
Yeah.
But the thing he reminded me of is that there have been a lot of times when we're like doing some like simple thing and I'm having a mental hang up, like, oh, I need to fucking cash vault this. And I can do it. But also like, you got to commit. You got to like, and I'm having a fucking moment where I just can't get, my leg keeps touching. And he'll be like, oh no, you got this. You're good. And that like dismissive, you got this.
Right.
I really like.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You recognize that I can do this. And I don't know what that is. Oh, the memory card's full. This time I'm not going to delete the wrong footage. I swear to God. The other memory card has plenty of space. So I'll get up and take that when I'm done with this story so I don't miss that up. But yeah, that dismissive, like, I actually believe you can do this.
Yeah.
Versus that, like, come on, man. Only 7 more miles to the finish line. I believe in you. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You don't think I can do it.
Yeah, I 100% get behind that. The dismissive nature of it makes it feel like you are actually confident.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, fucking speaking of which, these are the fucking pants I was telling you about.
Yeah, I noticed those.
That's good pants.
About to segue into those from the parkour topic. Yeah, I fucking. Okay, we are back after some technical difficulties. Segue of parkour.
Yeah.
You know what? I've seen this motherfucker help me when I was at my lowest, when I didn't believe I could possibly dash vault this 3-foot wall. He said, "Oh no, you got this," and it really stuck with me. And you know what he was wearing when he said that? Kundalini pants. And today he's wearing a very special pair of Kundalini pants.
Yeah,
harem pants.
Yeah, it's a thank you very much, Violet. I went through like a fucking like a paralysis a few days ago. So I was watching
Yeah, she's paralyzed by ass too. She's fine as fuck.
yeah, she's fine as hell. There's a YouTuber. Her name is Lean Beef Patty. She does like like workout exercise YouTube, and she's yoked. She's fucking huge, right? And she's hot as hell. Her editing style, especially when she does like short form stuff, is like way too TikTok. It's actually really irritating. But a lot of the other stuff is really cool.
Yeah, it's very brain rot, like editing style, but it's good though.
Yeah.
I'm glad it exists.
And like I was watching a chest workout video. So I'm always looking for like, different ways that I can approach like my own lifting habits and stuff like that. Also just like, I'll watch those shoulders flex for 15 minutes.
Yep. Show me.
Yes.
And those shoulders, they do be flexing.
They be fucking flexing. And she had a really cool outfit on. It was like a like black with like, it was like black sweats over red bike shorts and stuff. And then like a red sports bra with like this black like top that like tied in the back and was like I don't know. It's hard to. It's probably
cute.
easier for it. It was really cute, and it looked like aesthetically pleasing. I was like, okay. Honestly, to a certain extent, it was kind of like, okay, I can see this being like a default outfit in a video game that I would really like, right? So I'm like, and I've been thinking for a while about like getting a few more pairs of like the really like baggy, like kind of harem style pants, right? So I've been looking up like I think it's called like tech wear, where it's kind of like this, but a little bit tighter, a lot more dangly bits. Kind of enjoying that, and like I see she's wearing these, and I'm like, those things are sick as hell. I don't know if I want those ones in particular, but I would like to see what those are, or like see how they're countenanced in like the storefront, so that I can like, make more of a decision. So I'm scrubbing through footage of that YouTube video, except this time it's not because I'm trying to see how them back muscles do. I'm trying to see
Different kind of scrubbing.
I'm trying to see if like she mentions the clothes that she's wearing, because I've gone through this kind of thing before, but the first time it was a fucking parkour literally. The first parkour literally. The dude is wearing some absolutely sick pants. But this was like 11 years ago. There's no thought process towards like there actually absolutely are, but not in this context. Yep. There isn't like sponsorship or like the
creator economy was not fully built yet.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you. So I eventually find while she's doing like abs or something, like she's actually in a position where this logo is visible. So I fucking like I go through all of like the internet sleuthing that I'm capable of, which isn't much, and I don't find anything.
Yeah. Do you have Google Lens?
I do, but I refuse to turn it on.
Also, for shit like this, it doesn't work. It just says, these are harem pants. Here are 400 different types of random hair pants from the internet. Like,
yeah, I did do like the Google image search, which essentially did exactly that. Yeah. Wasn't helpful. So I whinged a little bit to Violet, and I was like, I guess I'll never have them.
No one could ever help me. There's no
I could never find them. And then like 2 days later, she found it because she has Instagram. And I don't.
Oh yeah. She went to the tagged post.
Let me find her on Instagram. The pants are here.
Yeah. And it was very sweet. She went and got them for me. I had them all wrapped and everything. Like, happy birthday. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Then I opened it up and I was like, oh my God, thank you. I was very grateful. And then like once I found out what the name was, I went and looked back, and I really like these pants. Holy shit, does this company have some atrocious t-shirts.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Just so bad,
What's the name of the company?
It's Immortal Legacy.
Oh.
I'm gonna look this up while I'm
label.
editing, and I'm gonna make fun of their t-shirts in the edit. There's gonna be t-shirts floating right here, man.
Like I think you might actually I think you might hate them more than I do, just because like they're very clearly of a style, right? You described a while ago when I had kind of tenuously brought this up, like the idea of like people who are so jacked that they look even bigger when they're wearing baggy clothes, right? And that's very clearly who this is aimed towards. So these are very baggy, like there are t-shirts and there are like sweatshirts. You remember that the Champions shirt that you were wearing that had like the name like up the back and across that? They've got some shit like that.
Immortal
technique.
Okay, I'm in. That's how you get me. Bro, okay. Yeah, that's a whole side topic.
But yeah, like the t-shirts in particular, like are like the art is like just a square. It's sometimes on the front, usually on the back, that goes like all the way out to here, all the way down there, and then like across, and it's normally like skulls and like kind of dark shit like that. But it's because it's all like encased in just a square on the shirt, it looks lazy. It looks really like lazy.
I'm really
like,
curious.
They're pants people, mainly.
Maybe.
I think they're just fucking weirdos. They're just nerds. And they happen to have a hit with these pants.
Yeah.
They happen to hit right on the money once.
It's like, we did good pants. Let's see if we could do shirts.
Yeah. But yeah, so now I have these, and they have the effect of like making all of this here look wider. So now I'm not quite so self-conscious about not having like a fucking shredded six-pack abs because all of this just looks smaller in comparison.
There you go.
Proportions, man.
Big pants. That's been the key.
It dude. I'm very glad to see that you like them, that you're happy wearing them, because that is one of the scariest moments ever when you order some shit off of like TikTok that you saw once, and you get it, and you're looking at it in person. You hold it up out of the box and you go, "Damn, I'm not leaving beef patty." And then you put it on, and it's that like make or break. Like you look in the mirror and you go, "Oh wait, actually I do like these. I do look pretty good in these." And I'm so glad.
And you didn't even have to go through that. You just said, "Whoa, it's me," and then pants showed up.
Yeah, somebody else fucking did it for me.
Well, another week. Next time we'll be older.
Yeah. Speaking of another week, next week is our last week, bro. Because I'm going to Japan after that.
Okay.
So next week we gotta come with it.
Okay.
And then you will not see us for like 2 weeks because I'm in Japan and I do the editing and recording.
So catch up on some of the old ones.
Yeah.
If you're just dropping in now, it'll be a week. You know, just put another
you got
episode
some time to
we
go
ain't
check
seen
this
in
out.
that slot.
Go back and find the episode where I talk about hurting my back in the gym. So I listened to that one, and holy shit, that entire segment is so fucking funny.
Dog, we got some bangers. We got some funny fucking episodes. Go back and listen to Jake Paul knocking out Nate Robinson.
Yeah.
I almost forgot his last name.
Spotify, the downstairs. Go back and listen to some of them
go check that shit out.
episodes. Some of them are not on YouTube.
Bro.
Also, go to PBS Utah and watch that interview and tell them what you thought. Type it in the comments.
Let's fully refilm all your segments and re-edit it.
Yeah.
I'll green screen you in.
You be Danner, you be Lonzo, and then we'll clip in Shan because she just looked perfect. She looked great.
Man. Anything else for this week?
I think that's it.
That's it.
Happy Halloween. Happy Samhain. Happy Dia de los Muertos. Thank you for listening to The Downstairs.
Peace.
Peace.